What's going on, everybody? Today we're talking about the top 3 places to live in the Rochester area. Let's go. What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Anthony. It's my partner Avery, and we are American Home Team. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell so you're notified every single time that we release a new video. 1000%, guys. And we are licensed realtors in the state of New York. So that means as much as we love making these videos for you guys about all things Finger Lakes and Rochester regions, we'd love even more to help you make a smooth move to the upstate New York, to the Finger Lakes, to Rochester, whatever it is. So there's a number and an email popping up on the screen right now. Go ahead, shoot us a text, shoot us an email, shoot us a phone call. We are the guys that answer those calls, emails, and texts, and would love nothing more than to chat with you about making your move to upstate New York. Absolutely. So without further ado, guys, we're talking about the top 3 areas here in the Rochester area. These are gonna be suburbs. We're gonna be talking about 3 of them, starting out at the closest to the city of Rochester, right? Yep. And that is the town of Brighton. Yeah, and Brighton, New York is interesting. It's an interesting suburb because it is very densely populated. We are looking at about 36,000, a little over 36,000 people in Brighton. It is your closest to the hospitals, the major hospitals up in Rochester. It is your closest to the airport. So if you travel frequently and you need to be near the airport, this is a fantastic place for you. Yeah, guys, so Brighton is actually named among the top places to live in America, actually. Yep. It is in the top 5 for places in New York for young professionals. It's in the top 5 for places, actually it's number 1 in the Rochester area, according to niche.com, for anybody to live and to buy a house. Yep. So speaking of buying a house, the median home value is around 194,000. And so it's definitely above national median price. And with that said, when homes come available here in Brighton, they're off the market really fast. Very fast. There's a lot of competition here, but there is a lot more inventory out here as well. And the reason for that, in my opinion, is because Brighton's close to pretty much everything commercial, right? Yep. There's a Costco here in Brighton, which you don't get really anywhere else in the area. Yep. You certainly don't have a Costco in the Finger Lakes. I think there's a BJ's, which is probably the closest thing to a Costco. But the point is that there's a lot more commercial here in Brighton than any other area that we're going to be talking about, with the exception of maybe Pittsford. Yeah, so Pittsford will be one of the next ones on our list here, but indicative of the median household income, which is about 72,000 or 71,000, it's one of the most educated areas in the Rochester area, right? Where over 30% have master's degrees. Yeah. 30% of the population, that is, have master's degrees here. So they're very well educated, and the top universities are here in Brighton. Yeah, so University of Rochester, Nazareth, right? There's RIT is right over this way. SUNY Empire State, yep. Right down the road here. Yep. You said Monroe Community College? Is that what you said? Well, Monroe Community College is here too. RIT is real close by. It's literally a 5-minute drive. So. Yeah. So a lot of, like, Brighton is centralized to all of the colleges, as well as all of the medical facilities that a lot of, doctors work, or some of the colleges that some of the professionals work at as well. So guys, overall, niche.com is giving the school district here in Brighton an A+. And then on top of that, overall as a town, Brighton is also given an A+. Like we said, it's the #1 town here, or suburb here in the Rochester area, according to niche.com. So that being said, yeah, definitely worth the move here. If you can find a house, definitely need some good agents to make some competitive offers. Hint, hint, wink, wink. All right, guys, and moving to a much smaller suburb of Rochester, we're moving into Honeoye Falls. Honeoye Falls is just under 3,000 people in its population. Yeah, guys, so Honeoye Falls here is located between Bloomfield, Victor, Mendon, and Rush. So it's a very small populated suburb, but it is very nice. The school district is, Honeoye Falls Lima is actually ranked on niche.com as one of the top schools in the area. Yeah, it's amongst the best, and that goes, you know, to point out the fact that when people are looking for real estate, they're looking for Honeoye Falls because the school system is great, right? Like, you can get into Mendon, you can get into Bloomfield, some of the surrounding areas, and still go to HFL. There's a couple different towns that offer HFL as the school district, but ranked amongst the highest in the state. And the median home price is $190,000. And the median income is $73,000. Yep. So Honeoye Falls is ranked on niche.com as number 16 of best places to live here in the Rochester area, as well as it is number 19 in the Rochester area places to buy a house according to niche.com. Yeah, guys, Honeoye Falls is highly sought after, primarily because of the school district, but also the proximity to the city of Rochester, yep, as well as the Thruway and Victor and everything that is like the hustle and bustle of the city life. It's really close to it, but it's out of sight, out of mind. It's one of the more rural areas that we're talking about today, but it is a highly sought after area. Yeah, and that's what I like about it, is that it's out of sight, out of mind. Everything is kind of spread out, but it's still a very small town feel. Yep. It is a beautiful little town, and tiny. You know, it's a super nice town that you can go live in. Desirable schools, desirable location, pretty affordable, close to everything. It is affordable, and it's up and coming, so it's definitely a spot to hit for sure. All right, guys, so moving forward, we're going to be talking about Pittsford. According to niche.com, actually Fairport is also in the top 3. We already have a video on Fairport, so you can go back and refer to that. So we're going to be talking about Pittsford today. Pittsford is located just south of the city of Rochester, and we're looking at a population of about 29,500 people. So the median home value is about $285,000, far above the area average. And 85% of the population of that 29,500, 85% owns a home. Yeah, and pretty incredible. And 42% of the population in Pittsford hold a master's degree. Yep. And the majority of them have college, which it points out the fact that the median home value is a lot higher. But in Pittsford, we're looking at a lot of professionals. We're looking at doctors, business owners, dentists, IT people. Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of your top level executives and doctors are living in Pittsford. The median household income in Pittsford is about $122,000, which is significant. It does fall into one of the more wealthy areas in the state of New York because of that. And there's no shortage of parks in Pittsford. There's no shortage of restaurants and little like coffee shops and things boutique of that nature. Yeah, things, yep. A couple breweries, not like any big name breweries, but there's a couple breweries. So there's a lot to do in Pittsford, but once again, the commute is phenomenal, going to the city, going to Brighton, right? It's right next to Brighton, and then to the Thruway, and if you wanted to head out east, the Thruway can take you there as well. So Pittsford has 2 high schools, actually, Pittsford Sutherland and Pittsford Mendon. Yep. Both of them, according to niche.com, of course, are ranked at an A+. If I were to give Pittsford as a whole a ranking, I would rank it also as an A or A+. Yeah, a lot of people want to try and get into Pittsford as far as buying a home there. It is rather challenging to find a home. I mean, we just had a buyer that bid $70,000 over asking. Actually, that was in a different town. But regardless, we've had buyers that offer a lot more than asking and get beat out. And it's a brutal market. Eventually end up finding homes for them, but it's a challenging market that you really need to have thick skin for. Well, and you know, especially just because there is a lot of money here. So people going in and buying houses in this market in Pittsford, rather, cash. They have a lot of cash sitting on, you know, in their account. So they're able to come in strong with a competitive offer. So yep, and you're looking at bigger houses. You're looking at a little bit more space as far as your yard goes. Yep. But one of the more desirable suburbs of the city of Rochester. Yeah, so guys, that was the top 3 areas in the Rochester area. If I were to rank them personally myself, I would probably go Pittsford number 1 for a variety of reasons, right? I would go Honeoye Falls number 2, and then I would go Brighton number 3, simply because I like being a little bit further away from the city. Brighton is touching the city, so you can roll right into the city from Brighton. So that's the only reason why.
Yeah, we like our space. We like bigger yards and all of that stuff, but Brighton is still a phenomenal place with its proximity to the airport, with its proximity to all of the local hospitals, colleges,
commercial. And,
So guys, that was the best areas around the Rochester region. Feel free to reach out to that email address, that phone number, shoot us a text, an email, a phone call. We would love to be in touch with you guys and help you make a smooth move to the Rochester area.
Absolutely, and as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell so you're notified every single Tuesday and Thursday that we release a new video. Until the next one, we'll see you guys soon.
See you guys.